In this course, you will learn about Earth's natural ecological processes and the negative impact that unsustainable human actions have on the world. You will then learn about legislation and policy that has occurred to help mitigate these environmental issues and study how you as an individual can live more sustainably and have a smaller ecological footprint. There are 9 units in this course. Unit 1 revolves around exploring Earth's many systems with interdependent components, meaning that every aspect of life and biotic and abiotic factors work together to make Earth's processes function. You will learn about species interactions, the different biomes, and energy transfer between trophic levels, and how this energy transfer can be changed by human actions. In Unit 2, you will surely understand the importance of biodiversity and how crucial biodiversity is to ecosystems. You will learn about the ecosystem services that are provided by these ecosystems, such as forests, the ocean, and riparian zones. You will learn about how and why some ecosystems may be more tolerant, resistant, and resilient of disruptions, whether it be from natural causes like natural disasters and wildfires, or human causes such as deforestation. Unit 3 centers around population dynamics, both for animals and humans. You will first learn about the differences between generalist and specialist species, as well as K-selected and R-selected species. You will learn about carrying capacity and resource availability and how these affect population dynamics within an ecosystem and affect different types of species differently. Then you will study the human side of population dynamics, as you will examine age structure diagrams, survivorship curves, population pyramids, and the demographic transition model. You will also study how levels of industrialization affect population trends within different countries. Unit 4 explores Earth systems and resources. You will learn about plate tectonics and soil formation and erosion. You will then study Earth's atmosphere and climate, which is especially important to know for later units when you study climate change. You will learn about global wind and weather patterns, and these concepts include the Coriolis effect, ENSO or El Niño Southern Oscillation, and the rain shadow effect. Unit 5 examines land and water use. You will study how unsustainable human actions have led to the tragedy of the commons, most notably the consequences of clear-cutting. You will learn about the Green Revolution and how this implemented new farming and agricultural techniques to feed a growing global population, and these methods include CAFOs, or concentrated animal feeding operations, aquaculture farms, and genetically modified organisms. You will also learn about the impacts of pesticide and fertilizer use, mining, and urbanization, all of which are increasingly important and relevant topics to our world today. Unit 6 focuses on the various energy sources and energy consumption by humans. You will learn about the formation of fossil fuels and their environmental impacts when they are extracted and combusted for energy, as well as renewable alternative energy sources that have been developed to replace non-renewable sources. You will learn about the pros and cons of such energy sources as nuclear, petroleum, biomass, solar, wind, hydroelectric, and geothermal. You will then learn about how you can change your daily actions as an individual to help reduce your energy consumption and conserve it. Unit 7 is about atmospheric pollution and the sources of primary and secondary pollutants. The issues of photochemical smog, thermal inversion, acid rain, and noise pollution are all expanded upon in this unit. You will learn about the sources of pollution, both indoor and outdoor, and study how urbanization is related to the issue of pollution. You will also learn how legislation such as the Clean Air Act have worked to mitigate atmospheric pollution. In Unit 8, you will explore aquatic and terrestrial pollution and the many human health concerns associated with pollution. You will learn about eutrophication, which can lead to many environmental problems such as algal blooms and hypoxic dead zones. You will learn about bioaccumulation and biomagnification, and how animals can harbor pollutants as time progresses and at higher trophic levels. Lastly, you will learn about solid waste disposal, waste reduction methods, and sewage treatment. In Unit 9, you will examine how local and regional human activities can have a global impact. You will study ozone depletion, greenhouse gases, climate change, ocean warming, and how human actions are increasing the severity of environmental issues. This is a very important unit and is a large part of the AP test. Listed below are some do's and don'ts. Do: manage your time well. Make sure to keep up with note-taking. Watch YouTube videos to help with your understanding, especially videos that explain processes such as the biogeochemical cycles, formation of fossil fuels, and global wind patterns. Also, do practice with AP-style multiple choice and free response questions. It is important to become comfortable with these types of questions and to be able to execute them under the time pressure. Don't procrastinate. Don't wait until the day before or day of to begin assignments. Don't rely on peers to do work for you. In the AP exam, you only have your own brain and have very limited resources. It is up to you to make sure you understand the material. When contrasting AP Chemistry and APES, AP Chem definitely has more repetition of practice problems and is more math involved. APES is about looking at the bigger picture and how one concept relates with other concepts, so it is definitely more conceptual. And APES is about understanding how processes are interrelated. And AP Chem is personally more rigorous for me since chemistry presents new material that I haven't been exposed to before, whereas for APES, the material is very relevant for today and connects with global issues, and we are always exposed to environmental issues from the news. And for APES, you can always learn how you as an individual can change your daily actions to live more sustainably, so there's a more personal aspect to APES. When finding the similarities between AP Chem and APES, both require heavy note-taking and require memorization of processes. Both require perseverance, grit, and discipline, and time management, and it is very important to not get behind. And lastly, and most importantly, the effectiveness of your learning depends on how much effort you put in. Some things that I think that I did well on for the AP exam were the multiple choice and answering the FRQs fully. I made sure to closely read the question and to answer the prompt. One thing that I think that I didn't do so well on for the AP exam was working under the time pressure for the FRQ portion. My advice is to continually keep track of time and don't spend too long on one question. One thing that was comforting about the exam was having the multiple choice part first before the FRQ so that you can gradually get in that test-taking mindset. One thing that was surprising about the exam was that the questions that were associated with a passage were relatively easy and did not require lots of thinking, and the answers were taken directly from the text. For UCLA BS General Biology, a 3 is the minimum score required for the APES exam to get college credit, and this can get me out of taking environmental science in college. One skill that I gained from this course was becoming able to adapt to changes due to having 4 different teachers for 1 year, each with different teaching styles. It is important for life since it is rare to be comfortable and feel secure in a work environment, and it is important to be able to make changes within yourself so that you can succeed in any environment. A second skill that I gained from APES are time management skills. APES required heavy note-taking, and I truly grasped the importance of staying on track and being able to absorb information quickly and effectively. This will help me in future endeavors because quick comprehension is necessary for any job.